strangers from the other side of the screen. Welcome to the Antisocial Watch Club. Wait, no. Welcome to the Antisocial Watch Party with me. Hi guys, hello. Another week, another movie, right? Let's cut to the chase, okay? Let's cut to the chase. This week, we're talking about Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things. Yay! Okay guys, secret between you and me. This is maybe my favorite movie from 2023. And that's a lot to say because we all know there was a lot of good movies out there. So many, and so many not that great. But Poor Things, oh my gosh. I think that was the masterpiece of the year, if you ask me. That's what I'm gonna say. The way in which I would describe Poor Things, and I'm gonna steal some of Mark Ruffalo's words, is Barbie Frankenstein in a steampunk world that's so saturated with colors, Teletubby style. And if you know the Teletubbies, you know what I mean. That kind of saturation and that kind of colors. Last week I started with talking about some cinematography. I think I'm gonna do that today because that's my thing. And you know, this movie, it's not short of it. It's oh my gosh. I first want to talk about that lens. If you know, you know. The lens that it would be so intimidating for anybody behind the camera. That 4mm lens. You know, the first time I watched that movie, I was really wondering why that lens. When you have something so different, there's a reason behind it. And I just couldn't come up with a good reason when I was watching the movie, but after some investigation, Yorgos did explain, was it Yorgos? Or maybe it was a cinematographer. I don't remember, but somebody did say, somebody said that the reason behind the 4mm lens was to give this basically feel of looking through a tunnel, going to another dimension of this fantastical world in which Poor Things is developed. After understanding the reason for using that lens, it made a little bit more sense to me, and now I want to rewatch that movie. I want to rewatch the film with that perspective because I think that's gonna help me so much. I think there were other also wide angle lenses, other fisheye lenses, and I love that so much because that's so stylistic, and maybe it's because I'm a Gen Z and we Gen Z love the 0.5 lens in our phones, but still it's really powerful and it's not easy to manage, and not many people dare to go there, you know, to twist, distort the images so much. But for this film, it definitely worked because everything feels a little bit crazy and distorted and blah, blah. Now, production design, it was, oh my gosh, it was like seeing the Cat in the Hat again. No, I'm joking, but it was definitely very, very well thought, very stylized as well. Like, they definitely did their research. They saw a lot of inspiration to understand how they wanted to design this. There was 6. I mean, I can't remember what the photographer was on one of them, but we had a Francis Bacon painting, an Egon Schiele painting, Hieronymus Bosch painting, and that was it. And a picture of a sculpture, a sort of slightly medical sculpture, and that was it. But actually, we held on to those for dear life when we sort of didn't know what are we doing? Where are we going? We would look for something in those paintings. And actually, I think paintings helped us all the way through with our referencing. This was explained that this is Bella's world and we're living in it. We're seeing this from the perspective of this woman that just came here. I felt like coming from almost like from a kid's storybook, and I love that. It feels magical, it feels fantastical. It really made me feel transported into a whole different world. For me, this film feels like we're watching this from the perspective of a baby that just came into the world and is exploring this world. And my reasoning behind it is, it's a good way to move to the next topic, which is casting characters. And who am I gonna start with? Of course, with Bella. I love her, and Emma did such a beautiful job with it. For me, what's so amusing about this character is that at the beginning of the film, we have this woman that has the brain of a baby, so of course she's behaving like a baby. She can barely walk, barely speak, barely behave. But by the end, you know, we have this well-developed, educated woman. And the whole film, we see this arc of her developing that, all those skills, all those manners, you know, that persona. The reason why I think Emma did such an amazing job with it, that I'm just mind blown of it, is that she does this evolution of this character so seamlessly that actually by the end I forgot that Bella didn't know how to even talk or speak or walk. I realized this by half of the movie. I'm like, wait, I think she's actually changing. At the beginning, she would walk like a penguin almost because she could barely give her steps. By the end, she's walking so naturally. At the beginning, she would just barely say some words, and then by the end, she's like having amazingly, not only can she speak, but you can see that she has this amazingly complex thoughts. You know, she can read really complex text, she can have really deep discussions, and she knows what she wants, and she has discovered throughout this time who she is and what she wants. You know, and that's beautiful. I'm definitely a very big fan of stories that are about self-discovery. We're seeing the world from the eyes of this brand new person that's exploring, questioning. When I was seeing some research, and I found definitely this video where Yorgos is talking with Ari Aster about the of how they got to produce the film.
We didn't shoot in sequence, so she had to track this development of the character physically, emotionally, in terms of language, everything. We shot the beginning of the film that takes place in London, but also the ending. We sat down together and we basically divided the script into the stages of her development. At least she had that as a map when we were filming, that she'd know, okay, now this scene is stage 3, so this is how I am.
So she had to keep track of that, and she still aced it. Next, I want to speak about Mark Ruffalo. His character's such a douchebag. He's so disgusting. He's like everything that you don't want to have in this earth, but I still love the job Mark Ruffalo did. He did such an awesome job that I almost hate him.
You will confine yourself to 3 phrases. How marvelous, delighted, and how do they make the pastry so crisp, yes?
I'm joking. No. I love Mark Ruffalo, but his character, Duncan, it was something, right? It was pretty cool to see. It was like, but it was funny. He was a funny character, and he added a lot of good comic relief.
Oh.
William Dafoe, also really great. You know, it's I do think the makeup department did a really good job as well. Now let's talk a little bit about the storyline. So, as I said previously, I'm stealing Mark Ruffalo's words on this. Okay, I'm saying it. Barbie and Poor Things have very similar themes that they play on. The very basic structure, if you take the skeleton, almost feels the same. You know, we have both of them. We have female protagonists coming basically into the real or a new world where they are discovering that society wants to put them or pushing them to do things that maybe they don't want to do. Maybe that's not what they're going for. Barbie, it's definitely made for a more general public. You know, you can definitely take your little sister there. I don't think you could do the same with Poor Things. It is more adult. If you watch the movie, there's some scenes that maybe you wouldn't take your daughters to watch for it. But I personally, I did enjoy Poor Things more than Barbie. Maybe for me, Barbie felt a little bit commercial. Yeah, I'm that girl. I'm sorry. Barbie felt a little bit too commercial for me, and Poor Things just felt more. It had more artistic vision. I mean, I'm not gonna take away the amazing things the Barbie film did. It's amazing. It's also great. Greta did an amazing job with it. I just like more artistic, more unique looking movies. This had just a very more artistic vision to it. It had, I feel, a way more developed kind of concept into it. It really touched upon me. It made me question a lot of things of like, why do we see this right? Why do we see this wrong? For me specifically, it's kind of like in the terms of sex workers. You know, we see a stage in which Bella goes into the position of having to do some sex work to, you know, get just to stay herself afloat at a moment where she stays without any income. And there's nothing, you know, it's a little bit liberating, I have to say, in that sense. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. I love this movie. Okay, so just watch it. Again, it's even just for the, okay, I'm not gonna say just for the visuals, you know, I'm not gonna support just shiny looking things with no content inside it. Yes, I'm speaking about you, the idol. I think the story-wise, it's not missing anything. Nothing felt rushed. Nothing felt underdeveloped. Everything made sense in terms of characters, storyline. Now, I give this film a 9 out of 10. And that's just because I never give a 10. I'm that teacher. I'm that strict teacher
that doesn't believe in perfection.
But I kind of don't believe in perfection. If perfection exists, I think it would be Poor Things. Okay? I just think everything was amazing. This movie, in my opinion, was not lacking at all in any sense. But that could be maybe me, because maybe I'm just blindsided by the Lord Almighty Yorgos Lanthimos. You know, I'm gonna admit here, I'm gonna be honest, I am just a sucker for his films. I'm a sucker for his filmography. I just love how he plays with absurdity and how he tries to show us like,
maybe that's not absurd. Maybe what we live in this world is absurd. Who are we to question that?
But yeah, again, maybe I'm just glorifying him so much. And if you love this film, there was something in specific you love, just let me know. You know, I would definitely love to go back, analyze any detail that I see there, and if it caught your attention, it has to be for something. So I want to experience that as well. And if you feel there was something that was actually also lacking, also please let me know. I want to see what's maybe lacking. You know, maybe it could be true. Again, I'm really biased here. I'll say that. Maybe I'm just being ultra biased and I'm just fangirling right now and I'm not being objective and I want to know. But yeah, this was amazing, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope to see you soon for the next one. Probably the next one's gonna be a throwback movie. I also want to put that in the mix. I don't just want to watch. I don't just want to speak about what's going on right now out there in the movies. I also want to bring back some classics or underrated movies that I think they're amazing, and I want to share that with you, oh beautiful people out there. Yeah, I love you so much, and thank you so much for coming.